We have one more point of personal privilege. The delegate from Spotsylvania, Delegate Cole.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I rise for point of personal privilege.
Delegate Cole, you have the floor.
Thank you. I don't like getting up and making speeches on the floor. I'm not very good at it, but I feel like this and how it was gerrymandered and everything else. I'd just like to point out some facts about that redistricting. First of all, it passed with broad, strong bipartisan. And speaking of the amendment that's on the floor now, it can always be appealed to the federal courts. Anything this Virginia Supreme Court does, anything this body does, can be appealed to the federal courts. And the Virginia Supreme Court must abide by law. It can only declare a law unconstitutional and not abide by it if it conflicts with the Constitution. And there's nothing that I see, in my opinion, in the implementing legislation that conflicts with the constitutional amendment. It simply amplifies and provides additional detail. I know back in 2011, Delegate Chris Jones was the patron of the redistricting and led the effort on it. I know he consulted heavily with the African American caucus on their drawing of their districts. And again, I just want to point out that it passed with broad bipartisan support and was approved by Eric Holder's Justice Department. The lawsuits that were filed, I think, were politically motivated. The U.S. Supreme Court never decided on the merits. They dismissed the case on standing. And I just feel like I needed to get that out there. I thank the body for their attention.
The delegate from Hampton, Delegate Ward.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Not a real point of personal privilege, but just one correction, ma'am. I just want the record to reflect that I voted no against that amendment and I spoke against it on the floor. Check your record. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you. The delegate from Alexandria, Delegate Herring.
Madam Speaker, I rise for a motion.
Delegate Herring, you have the floor.
I move that the House stand in recess until 142.
All those in favor of recessing until 1:42 shall say aye. Those opposed, the House will stand in recess till 1:42.
The House Democratic Caucus will meet immediately upon recess in House Room 1, and the House Republican Caucus will meet immediately upon recess in House Room 2.